Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I welcome you once again to the Advanced Wars DS Hard Campaign Randomized Skills and COs playthrough. Next up is Mission 10, Black Boats Ahoy. A new unit, a new CO, and a Navy mission. Obviously, right? So let's get into it. This is our first map playing against Kindle, who we have used in previous maps thanks to the dice. And we have a new unit to introduce. This is the Black Boat. It has 7 move, and it carries infantry, and it can also repair units, which is the gimmick of this mission. There's 2 battleships with only 1 hit point. They're going to get repaired very quickly by these 6 black boats if you don't do something about these 2. And I think the standard strategy is to just sink the battleships first before they can even be repaired. There's no cruisers or anything in the enemy army, so your submarine isn't really under any sort of threat. The lander doesn't start on the shoal, though. That's very annoying. And also, this is the first map where you can capture a specific city and find a map to a new mission where you can potentially obtain the black boats for yourself. It's just like the Neotanks in Advanced Wars 2, except you have Neotanks already, and you can get some additional units that are new to Advanced Wars DS. And unfortunately, like with the Neotanks, I don't see any real reason to actually go after the new units. Black boats are really, really good, but you're pretty much good to go in campaign for the same reason you were good to go in Advanced Wars 2's campaign. So, enough about that. Let's see who the dice choose for me to play. I'm gonna get into this straight away. Don't want to spend too much time explaining stuff. Number 17 is the CO we're doing, it seems. This is a 9 on the D10 and an 8 on the D20. For skill levels, we have 2, 5, another 5, and a 9. That's going to be nice. Black die does nothing because it's a 5. So, who is number 17? Oh, we know who number 17 is because we've selected him before. Yeah, we have selected him before because he's got a skill loadout already. Alright then, another repeat CO, I suppose. Let's see what we can do with him. 1 from level 2, so we can pick something defensive. There's actually no Navy units in the enemy's army on this map at all. Like, you'd think that would be... You know, you'd think hard mode would put down a cruiser or something, but I guess defensive skills aren't gonna... Now, actually, let's take APC Guard, because this will increase the defense of your transporters, and if you lose the lander, I think they give you an arbitrary game over? I'm not sure, but it is basically game over if you lose the lander. Level 5, Weather, and, well, we can take Backstab. That'll increase the damage from the sub while it's underwater, and I guess... You know, the weather's not really useful. There's no weather in this map, so I'll take Pathfinder again. And the final skill is from level 9. We will... actually, you know, if we do get a super, we're gonna get a super at some point, so what should we do here? I was thinking that we could... No, actually, let's make it so that we cause Sandstorm in our powers, and we get plus 20 in Sandstorm. The Sandstorm will reduce the enemy's indirect capabilities, which will be nice. Alright, so... Very interesting first CO we rolled. I hope I don't roll too many repeat COs. That would be, that would get pretty annoying. Because you guys want to see variety. The entire point of randomly selecting these CEOs is to show some variety. And number 20. That's 12, and that's 8. So we're taking number 20. There are 2 1s here. There's another 9 and another 5, and I'm not doing the I'm not doing anything with a 4 on the black die yet. So 20 is... Oh, hey! It's about time you showed up. Andy! So we're playing Andy in this map. So what skills should he get? We got 1 from number 1. We could increase the movement of the lander with APC boost. I think that's a pretty good thing. I don't want to take any of the power boosts because, you know, not a huge, not any real big reasons to do it. Actually, there were 2 1s, so I think we could take, yeah, let's take Brawler. Boost the subs a little bit more. And the cruisers, too. They're important. I guess. There's no enemy subs. Right, so 5 is in case of a dual strike, I will take the Sand Scorpion skill, because then Adder can cause the Sandstorm and it will be available. It will still be up when Andy's turn comes up on the dual strike. But I don't think we're going to get a dual strike really because, well, actually I rolled a 9 again, so I could take one of these as well. There's no comm towers, so I will take the speed increase. Yeah, that's nice. That'll be good. Okay, so I'm going to write all that down and I will be right back. You know, I was thinking something while I was writing all that out. None of the new COs in Advance Wars DS are Sandstorm-based COs, because in previous games we had Olaf the Snow CO and Drake the Rain CO, but there's no Sandstorm CO. Isn't that kind of just a little bit odd? Well, anyways, let's get started. I'm leading with Adder. It doesn't quite matter which one you lead with because they're both blandy except for the skills that we have selected. So, Black Boats, here we go. Not going to bother with the lab map, because the pre-deployed units that you get throughout the rest of the campaign, they basically have you covered as far as transport goes. Should I attack the Black Boat straight away? It's not like the battleships can do a lot of damage. Cruisers have had their defense buffed in Advance Wars DS, so now they can actually fight back battlecopters. I mean, wasn't it just strange to like have? Let's see, what should go on the boat? Probably, I'm probably going to start off with a couple of tanks on the boat. Mech doesn't really need to. Well, actually, because of the APC's increased defense, let's do this. Transportception. Everybody likes that, right? Alright, so this recon can actually go and attack this artillery straight away. Not really much risk in doing that. The enemy is going to focus down on the recon, and oh, look, a tiling error. This road goes up into absolutely nothing. That's kind of odd. I wonder if this map is, well, it doesn't look like this map is any different from the original version on normal mode at all, aside from the units. Alright, so as you can see, the battleships fired before they were ever repaired at all, so no. And the Black Boats are actually transporting the infantry onto the mainland instead of staying on the island, where they should probably defend the single lone artillery. And the battlecopter is hiding just out of my reach. That's kind of unfortunate. And so I can't reach the battleship quite yet, so go ahead and blow that Black Boat up. And yeah, I have to break through these Black Boats to get to the battleship, so that's kind of annoying. This is actually probably charging Kindle's CO power, but not by much. I should have brought the anti-air onto the lander, I guess. Maybe I can lure the battlecopter away. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if it will just be magnetically attracted to the infantry, see if that does anything. They didn't really attack the recon. I thought they would for sure, but I suppose they feel that it's way too dangerous. I'm going to put the tank on the city. You don't want Kindle to get her boost from being on a city whenever she attacks. I think I will keep the lander out of the battlecopter range. Hopefully it goes for, well, I suppose other units could go for the, yeah, other units could totally go for the infantry, so maybe, actually, I've got the increased lander defense skill, so this shouldn't do too much damage. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I left the cruiser in the... Wow, that was a lot of damage to the cruiser. What happened? I know it took a little bit of damage, but geez. Wow, okay. That's, that did not go as planned. You know, I will admit it was my goof leaving this cruiser in artillery range, but wow, how much did that do? Alright, so this is going not so good. Like, I just wasn't expecting the battlecopter to go for the cruiser like that. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to transport a lot of units to the mainland in order to stop that battlecopter from doing much more damage. And I've definitely just given Kindle her super at this point, so Might as well just blow away as many of her units as we can. Yeah, like that. This is probably okay. You know, people have asked me to include failures in the videos where I actually do win the map, so it looks like you guys are going to get some material on that front. Let's see, the artillery can't do anything. Those other units are probably going to be able to do stuff. Yeah. Wow. Single HP battleship actually did a lot more damage than expected, and they're repairing the battlecopter. Well, uh-oh. We're in trouble. But I suppose as long as that battlecopter stays away from the little island, eventually I'll be able to win. So let's start moving units out over there. I need a backup infantry on the island. You know, actually, I don't remember this map being particularly difficult, so maybe you guys won't get a failure, but you never know. Those black boats are a lot more dangerous than I realized. With 6 of them out there, it's actually very possible for her to repair a unit from partially damaged all the way back up to full, and she's got a lot of, well, she doesn't have, like, a super ton amount of money. But anyways, the battlecopter is now far away from where it needs to be in order to defend the HQ, so this is fine. You just have to get the AI away from you, and you'll be all set. Yeah, I don't expect to get a good rank on this mission, but as long as it ends soon, and it will end soon. I'm also not capturing that city. I think it's that city in the center, right there. That's the one where the lab map is. But I didn't bother getting it because I don't really need it. I think you would have to actually push pretty hard in order to get it. Like, assuming you don't screw up like I did and actually manage to get rid of the B-copter. Oh, but there's also another problem because that battlecopter is there. No, not the battlecopter. The battleship is now almost to full health, and it's going to be a problem. But not anymore. Yeah, I thought it would be a problem. It's not going to be. Alright, so it looks like I win this one. Maybe she won't bother taking out a unit. And she's almost got a super. Yeah, I've got a dual strike ready. You know what? Actually, let's go ahead and use a tag power, because this will secure the map for me straight away. Now I get that second turn. I can't really do anything on the first turn because everyone's already moved, but I get the second turn now. As you can see, there's a sandstorm. We switch to Andy and actually get a hyper upgrade, which is also good. So there you go. That's Black Boats Ahoy done in 6 days. I made a couple of mistakes, but I actually recovered from it pretty quickly. And it was a perfect S rank at the end anyway, so now you guys know what not to do and how to not make it a problem. That's life for the week. Yeah, there really needs to be an enemy cruiser on that map. We're still kind of... We're not into the maps later on. The maps later on are going to get really, really weird. Like, maybe this upcoming map will prove difficult. Lightning Strikes. You'd think it would be an Eagle map, but it's actually not. It's a Grimm Sensei map. Because for some reason Grimm is called Lightning Grimm. It doesn't really make much sense. Oh, I know why he's called Lightning Grimm. Because in Japan he's called Kozo, I think. And apparently that word means thunder. No, that word can't mean thunder. It means, I don't know, there's this monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Called Kaminari Kozo. So that means Thunder Kid, I think, and Kaminari means thunder. I don't know, someone can explain it to me, but as you can see, we are in another dual screen map. But the thing about this map is I'm actually going to fiddle with the AI this time. You can actually turn Auto CO off in this map. It's not a sky map like in the map in the last video, so you actually can make it so that you can control the top screen CO. But I'll just keep it on auto. I think it'll be more fun that way. This is another situation, by the way, where you can totally ignore the top screen map and have a decent shot at winning, but I think we might want to pay attention because We're up against Sensei on the top map, and that's a lot of Sensei copters. But yeah, I can explain more about the map as we play. So let's go ahead and get to the COs. Who is it going to be this time? In the normal mode version of the map, they force you to use Rachel. So we'll see what happens. Get out there. Thank you. I swear I am not trying to manipulate these dice rolls by abusing the fact that they get stuck in the cup sometimes. Okay. That does nothing. Number 4. A very low number, so this could be an interesting CO. 2 level 5 skills again. 1 level 1 and 1 level 3. So, who is number 4? That number's cursed. Oh! Oh, goody. Guess who is on number 4 in my list? Kenbei! Oh, you know this is gonna get good now, right? I rolled a broken CO. It's over, folks. This map is not going to be a problem anymore. But I can't pick any of the defensive skills, which is really annoying. Okay, this version of Kenbei, he has plus 20, plus 20. So he's got plus 20 attack and defense. It's not plus 30 like it was in Advance Wars 2, which was really crazy and broken, and they should have just not done that. So I'm giving him the movement skills and star power. That's going to give him an advantage if I decide to send him against Sensei, which would be the battle of the century right there. But it all depends on who the second CO is going to be. Because I can still pick whether I want to put a particular CO on the top map. By the way, there's no restriction on me there. Some might say this video series does not have enough restrictions on it, but I don't know. It's fun either way. Okay, so they got scattered a little bit. The black die came up a 6. Means nothing. Number 25, a high number. So again, the strongest COs were placed on the far ends of the list. So 25 is pretty high. We've got levels 1, 2, 4, and 9. Alright, so 25. Number 25 is... Oh! This could also be very interesting. Number 25 is Sammy. You remember Sammy, don't you? That same broken ability from Advance Wars 2. What did we give her? We give her... Well, we have to give her... I guess APC boost. She actually doesn't have the +1 transport movement in Advance Wars DS. They took it off of her, but they kept it on Sensei, so I don't really know why they did that. No, actually, no. I just want more direct attack, because it'll power up her infantry either way. And she gets a level 2 skill, so, direct defense is probably best. I don't want to mess with her power charging. I want Victory March as soon as possible. You guys know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do the lamest strategy. Let's give her more city attack, because that's pretty good. And level... Well, we have to give her the extra movement in her super, right? I mean, Victory March already gives infantry +2 movement and instant capture. Let's add even more on top of that. See, this is why I like this patch. It's actually very customizable. You can break the game in more ways than ever before. And I do find that fun, even though it might not make for an interesting video where I'm in constant pain. But you know, I've got to get away from the constant pain at some point, especially after Advance Wars 2's crazy long hard campaign maps. Alright, so I'm going to write all this down on the screen for you guys, and then we will be underway, so be right back. Alright, boys and girls. I can't guarantee that this will be an absolute victory on the first attempt, but you never know. So Kanbei's going on the top map. This is going to be very helpful because he does not have a lot of forces to work with. They encourage you to send some anti-airs up there, and I think I'm going to do that once I get rid of Grimm's B-copter on the lower screen. And Sammy's on the lower screen because, of course, if we manage to eke out a Victory March, it's going to be super, super easy to just waltz right over to it unless Grimm decides to defend it. So let's see where we go with this. By the way, you know, the entire reason that the in-universe they are having this fight is because the Yellow Comet COs want to test the Orange Star and Blue Moon Alliance to see if they're worthy of being commanded. It's really dumb. You guys are allies. Your countries have been allies. Like, I get that Rachel and Jake are very new, but you should recognize the prowess of Max and Colin, shouldn't you? Right, so where do we start? Typically, what I like to do is just send out a bunch of mechs from this base, get them across the river, and try to victory march the HQ over here. So let's see. Music is a little bit laggy, but the gameplay isn't laggy, so it kind of works. I would like to draw their tank and recon over here, but unless I use my recon... could I get them over here? I don't think I could. Anyways, let's use the anti-air and put it here. And I guess I'll put the second one here. In order to send a unit to the top screen, it has to either be on a production property or an HQ. So, Grimm's tank has avoided the artillery range. How nice. Oh yeah, I left the AI, like I left the computer-controlled units. Kanbei, no! You're playing defensive and you just moved your missile into range of his B-copter. You know, maybe putting Kanbei on the top screen was a really dumb idea. Why did he put the missile there? What did I set the AI to? It's set to defense. That's not defense. This doesn't look like defense to me. Okay. Going back to Sammy, because I guess we're losing the top screen. So anyways, you know, I guess it's all up to Sammy now, because Kanbei. Why did I trust Kanbei? He's even got higher defense. What is he doing? Alright, so at least we're getting rid of the B-copter, and there's not really much reason to keep the anti-airs on the bottom screen after that. What is he doing? He's attacking a B-copter with a recon! What is this? This is... Well, the good news is that Sensei has no cities to spam infantry from his seal power with, but... My god. Defense! I did set it to defense, right? Defense, strike, assault, general, defense. Defensive posture. Alright. You know what? New plan. I really, really want to... I'm gonna lose the second front on the next turn. No, I should have used the base to send it up there. Oh my god. Okay, send an infantry up there. Hopefully that will stop them from losing the second front. It's not gonna stop them from losing the second front. The only good news so far is that because Grimm trades attack power for defense, this is actually kinda sorta working in my favor. Because, you know, it's very easy to destroy units with weakened defense. Especially when you have such a big attack boost with your own units. I have got to get Grimm to waste his super before they have a chance to do a dual strike. Alright, Sensei, please do not cause me to lose the second front this early. As long as I get the anti-air up there, he's moving so oddly. Okay, that's good. They couldn't possibly take down a Kanbei anti-air, right? Send some fodder up there for Kanbei's superpowers. No. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm so lost. I have no idea how this is happening. Second anti-air goes up there too, I suppose. So I guess I have to use the strategy of spamming mechs. I'm gonna launch this silo before he gets the chance to use it. Go right there. There's silos on the map, by the way. They introduced those here. I could totally capture that airport. Or I'm gonna try to, at least. Wow, who would have thought this would happen? I guess you guys are getting something entertaining at any rate. I may not be losing like crazy, but we sure are seeing some stupidity from my alleged ally, am I right? Okay. Kanbei now has the ability to, quote-unquote, fight back. But Sensei might get a super, and he's starting to capture cities. Why are you attacking like that? Okay, this isn't going to spawn any mechs, so we're safe on that front. I really should have just played this myself instead of letting the AI do it. But it's more challenging if you let the AI do it, I don't know. Alright, Sensei is just not attacking at all. Kanbei's defense must be way too high in order for him to even think about doing any damage. Like, that's the strategy I've been alluding to for this entire run. Just setting up Kanbei with heavy defense skills, and then just running over everything because they never attack if they can't do any damage. So on the bottom front, I have to resign myself to this really awful and boring strategy. So, give and take. I did not know the AI would be this bad. Alright, here comes the Grim Super. I don't think he's gonna get much out of this, but it is a very big boost to attack. So if the recon gets close enough, it could do something really bad. Alright, it decided not to. It couldn't get closer with that. Oh, God. There's an anti-air there. Oh my god. This should not take much longer, however, because as soon as I have that super, if there's a mech within range of that HQ, he's not putting any sort of defense into that HQ. So, 2.5 stars, we should be able to get there eventually. Because remember, we have that skill that gives us more movement than ever during a super. So forget capturing this thing, I'm just going to go straight for the enemy units. Try to capitalize on that city boost skill. I don't know why I'm sending infantry up to the top screen. I really should be sending anti-airs, but as long as, you know, Kanbei just has to stay alive at this point. And Sensei's not going to be able to really do much. Because all he's got, other than the B-copters, which get destroyed by the missile silo, I forgot about that too. Okay, just stay calm. It's not over yet. That medium tank is going to get blown up. That should contribute to my star power, very much so. And this doesn't do anything either because he can't spawn anything on occupied cities. Nice job. I guess if my AI is going to be stupid, it's good enough that theirs is too. Alright, let's... I don't know if I can really block him from being able to build anything, because I'm probably going to lose that mech. But whatever. Alright, let's see if we can... should I get a B-copter? I guess I'm gonna get a B-copter. I guess fend off the enemies on my side for a little bit. He avoided the 1 HP mech entirely. Okay. Kanbei's mopping up the rest of them. Another annoying thing is that even if you do try to win the second front, you kind of have to wait for the AI to actually finish up all of the enemies. It's not quite over for Sensei yet. Okay, we have a super. I don't even need that skill that gives me extra move. Because the 1 HP mech, they foolishly ignored the 1 HP mech. Boom. Bingo. I win. Let's see if I can do some more damage in the meantime. That's such a massive amount of... Wow. 99% and he lived on 1 health. That has to be the most unlucky thing ever. Okay, here we go. Instant capture from 1 HP because it's Sammy. Sammy is overpowered. Like, due to powers charging much faster than they did in Advance Wars 2, Sammy is just much, much better in this game. Alright. So, I ended up ignoring the top screen yet again, because, well, I didn't really ignore it. I just kept Kanbei alive long enough for me to finish the bottom screen, but you see how that kind of works. You could probably clear it the same way on vanilla Advance Wars DS, I don't know. That was very, very strange to go through, but Hey, on the next episode, we get to take on a frozen fortress. Isn't that nice? We might finally have some snow maps to play through. So, I'll see you for that. Until next time, I'm Pfffrt225, and I wish this headache would go away. See you later, everybody.